Hi, this is Bruce Duncan from ModCan. This is the first in a series of videos for the new Touch Sequencer 72 module. There's a lot of material to cover due to the extensive features of the sequencer, and I thought it would be easier to provide a user manual in video format. I'll begin with some info on the jacks and switches on the front panel. The first slide here shows the location of the voltage output jacks for each of the sequencer rows. There are 4 rows, which are equivalent to having 4 rows of knobs on a standard analog sequencer. The range of output voltage is 0 to 4 volts when quantized to 1 volt octave standard, and 0 to 5 volts when quantizing is disabled or set to off. I'll go into more detail about setting this up as we progress. For each of the 4 voltage outs, there is a companion gate output jack, as shown in this next slide. The gates are standard ModCan 5-volt logic, and the duration of the gates is programmable. Moving to the next row of jacks, to the left is the sync jack, which can be used to synchronize the sequencer to MIDI clock. It requires a 24 PPQ clock or parts per quarter, which can be generated using the ModCan MIDI to CV module. Some older versions of the MIDI to CV may need to be upgraded to do this. There are also other modules available on the market that can be used to generate a clock from MIDI. The jack to the right of this is the reset jack. A pulse here starts the sequencer while a second pulse stops and resets it to step 1. It performs the same function as the run stop button above it. The last jack is the CV input. This jack is used for routing control voltages to the various sequencer functions for modulation. These can be from external sources such as LFO and CV modules. It's also possible to modulate one row of the sequencer with the output from a second row using this input. Next to the CV input jack is the tap tempo button. This can be used to set the BPM or tempo of the sequencer clocks. The time between taps is measured and a new BPM is calculated. Next row of controls has the run stop button for starting and stopping the sequencer, and next to that is the store button for saving sequences and all data to the onboard EEPROM. And finally, the encoder, which is used to increment or decrement values on the display in conjunction with the touchscreen. The last row of controls are the row switches, which are used to enable or disable the 4 sequencer rows for real-time arranging of sequences during performance. And finally, the display, which is the heart of this design and where most of the user interaction takes place. It provides visual feedback of the status of the sequencer and as a control surface using the resistive touchscreen to control the various functions, draw sliders, etc. Manipulating the touchscreen can be done using either a typical PDA stylus or well-shaped fingernail on the screen. The screen surface is extremely durable and should provide years of scratch-free service. The 128 by 64 graphic LCD itself is based on reliable technology that has been around for many years. The next video will be a quick start guide to getting the module up and running, covering the basic sequencing operations and some of the features that have been discussed so far.